After 15 years of planning, fundraising, and numerous delays, the Thunder Bay cyclotron is finally delivering medical isotopes to the regional hospital.
The $10 million project was completed in 2015, but then took another 6 years to get everything in place for final approval from Health Canada. Jonathan Wilson has the latest details.
It's a long-awaited announcement from the regional hospital and the Regional Research Institute as locally produced radioactive isotopes are now being sent to the local cancer center for diagnosing oncology patients. The first isotopes were actually delivered 5 months ago, but hospital officials held off until now to share the news.
We actually started delivering isotopes just to make sure the processes were in place. So we have a courier. So we can't just walk it across the parking lot. It's not allowed. You need a courier. So we have a courier. We started that on October 20th and would do runs. And then for the first month, so it was early November, I can't remember if it was November 1st or 2nd, that we actually used the isotopes from the cyclotron here in Thunder Bay and use those on patients here.
Manager of Diagnostic Imaging Sandra Wilson says cancer patients who come to the hospital from around the region can now be confident their appointments won't be cancelled due to issues with isotope shipments from southern Ontario.
We were dependent on it coming from Toronto or Hamilton prior to that. So we were reliant on flights and couriers, which always depended on weather and access and roads and so on. Having it here means it's far more reliable. Even in the midst of a snowstorm on Tuesday, the stuff got here right on time.
The cyclotron project was first proposed in 2007 and received millions of dollars in funding from Ottawa, the province, the city, and local donors. The massive unit was installed in 2015 and produced its first isotopes the following year. But since then, it's only been used for cancer research projects, as it didn't meet all the Health Canada requirements for cancer isotopes until late last year.
Yeah, no, absolutely frustrating for sure. I think there's a number of things that happened. We had some staff turnover, some senior leaders of the cyclotron itself. So it's not all, us just saying Health Canada was holding us up. We had to get the work done here at this end as well. So frustrating, but we had to make sure we did it right. We would never, ever sacrifice, patient safety to make sure that we got this to the finish line quick. We wanted to get to the finish line correctly.
Wilson says the local breakthrough will lead to quicker cancer diagnosis and better outcomes for patients, as the local cyclotron will not only be more reliable for isotopes, but will also produce more of them for local use each day.
Because it has such a short half-life, we could only get enough to do between 5 and 6 patients. Now, again, since it's around the corner, we can do up to 9 patients a day, and I believe that we're going to be able to get up to 10, which means we've basically doubled the number of patients that we're able to service in any given day.
Jonathan Wilson, TBT News.